12. These people do not deserve your trust and respect. Stoicism. Welcome to Stoic in Your Life, where today we'll explore a crucial aspect of cultivating a fulfilling life, discerning who deserves our trust and respect. Not everyone we encounter will light our path. Some may even cast shadows, bringing disappointment and pain. This discussion is not just about shielding ourselves from potential harm, it's about consciously choosing to invest in relationships that truly matter, enhancing our personal growth and happiness. Join us as we dissect these interactions and uncover the wisdom of Stoicism to guide us. Are you ready to embark on this journey of self-reflection and empowerment? Let us know in the comments below how you're preparing to enhance your life by applying these principles. Don't forget to hit like, share your thoughts, and stay with us till the end for insights that might just change the way you see your world. One, the criticizer. In a world increasingly fraught with cynicism and quick judgments, it's paramount for men aged 30 to 65 who are navigating the complexities of personal and professional relationships to discern between beneficial criticism and that which undermines their progress. Critics abound in all corners of life, from the workplace to personal realms, and their words can either spark constructive change or fuel destructive fires. This distinction is crucial as it directly influences our mental and emotional well-being. Let's delve into understanding the nature of criticism and how to manage it effectively, drawing wisdom from the timeless principles of Stoicism. Stoicism doesn't just teach us about resilience, it offers a practical guide on moderating our responses and maintaining inner harmony. The Stoic philosopher, Epictetus, provided a profound insight when he said, "If anyone tells you that a certain person speaks ill of you, do not make excuses about what is said of you, but answer, 'He was ignorant of my other faults, else he would not have mentioned these alone.'" This encapsulates the Stoic ideal of focusing not on the external words of others, but on internal growth and self-reflection. Take, for instance, the scenario in a tech company where a character named Brian exemplifies the quintessential criticizer. His constant negative feedback, devoid of constructive intentions, creates a toxic environment for his colleagues. Brian's critiques, which range from the design of a project to its functionality and overall progress, contribute not to the improvement but rather to the decline of team morale and productivity. His colleagues find themselves in a dilemma, torn between defending their ideas and retreating in silence to avoid confrontation. This atmosphere stifles creativity and leaves individuals feeling undervalued and overwhelmed. In dealing with such critics, it is essential to differentiate between feedback that is meant to uplift and that which serves to tear down. Constructive criticism, though sometimes hard to hear, is delivered from a place of goodwill and is aimed at fostering improvement and excellence. It builds you up and equips you with new perspectives and tools for enhancement. On the other hand, destructive criticism often stems from personal grievances or jealousy and offers no real insights or solutions, only discontent. So, how should one respond? According to Stoicism, the key lies in control, not of the critic, but of your response. Assess the intent behind the words. Are they aimed at your growth, or are they meant to discourage? Does reacting to these comments advance your goals, or does it detract from your peace of mind? The answers to these questions will guide your reactions and help maintain your equanimity. Furthermore, embodying the Stoic principle of focusing on what can be controlled, your actions and reactions, enhances your ability to remain composed and assertive. It is beneficial to remember another piece of wisdom from Marcus Aurelius, who advised, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This perspective empowers you to transform potential conflicts into opportunities for personal growth and to reinforce your self-esteem, rather than allowing external opinions to diminish it. By applying these Stoic principles, You will not only safeguard your inner peace, but also foster an environment where constructive dialogue flourishes over baseless criticism. This approach does not merely preserve your mental health, it also cultivates a culture of respect and progressive feedback within your circles. In embracing this mindset, you ensure that your interactions are fruitful and that your personal and professional development is continually nurtured. As you navigate through life's critiques, remember that the ultimate goal is not to silence the critics, but to find your path to steadfast growth and genuine self-improvement. 2. The Narcissist. Have you ever crossed paths with someone who seems to be in love with themselves to an extreme extent? Known as narcissists, these individuals exhibit traits that are hard to miss. They operate in a world that revolves solely around them, constantly seeking the limelight and the adoration of others. Marcus Aurelius aptly noted, "Our life is what our thoughts make it," a statement that resonates deeply with the narcissist's mindset. To them, they are the epicenter of the universe, often completely unaware of the distress and discomfort they cause to those around them. This profound self-centeredness not only alienates them from forming meaningful connections, but also blinds them to the genuine needs and feelings of others, resulting in relationships marred by conflict and devoid of deep understanding. Consider Jasmine, a former friend of mine, who epitomized narcissistic behavior. At every social gathering, Jasmine made sure she was the star, overshadowing everyone else, irrespective of whether the spotlight should have been on her or not. Her insatiable craving for attention eventually eroded some of her closest relationships, leaving those around her feeling used and emotionally drained. Narcissists like Jasmine often manipulate emotionally to maintain their position at center stage, disregarding the impact on anyone else. To recognize a narcissist, observe how they consistently place themselves above others and dismiss any criticism or mistakes on their part, a true hallmark of narcissistic tendencies. When interacting with a narcissist, it's crucial to set firm boundaries and resist getting caught up in their games of control and admiration-seeking. Encouraging them to seek professional help might be necessary, but remember, the change is in their hands, not yours. Sharing your experiences could offer valuable insights and strengthen our collective resilience against such draining interactions. Narcissism doesn't just affect interpersonal relationships. It can pervade professional environments, social settings, and personal growth opportunities, often leading to significant misunderstandings and conflicts. By applying Stoic principles, we learn to focus on what we can control, our reactions and our boundaries. Stoicism teaches us not to be swayed by externalities, but to find strength in our reasoned responses. Through understanding and setting boundaries, we not only protect our well-being, but also foster environments where genuine relationships can thrive, free from the turbulence brought on by narcissistic behaviors. As we wrap up this discussion, consider the profound impact that maintaining personal boundaries and practicing Stoic wisdom can have on your life. Reflect on how these strategies can help you manage challenging interactions more effectively, ensuring that your peace and personal growth remain at the forefront. Your journey towards personal resilience and stronger, more authentic connections starts with these reflections. 3. The Manipulator. In today's complex social fabric, manipulators stand out as particularly challenging individuals, adept at weaving webs of deceit and exploitation while masquerading as benign entities. Their mastery of manipulation is not an occasional slip into selfish behavior, but a sustained and strategic exercise to exert control over others for personal gain. An ancient philosophical stance teaches us the importance of identifying and confronting these characters as a crucial step towards maintaining our mental integrity and emotional purity. Manipulators often cloak themselves in the garb of kindness and empathy, presenting a facade that can be misleadingly comforting. Underneath this veneer lies a calculated intention to leverage the emotions and vulnerabilities of others. Classic trait of a manipulator, whose behavior changes are tactical rather than genuine. They are artisans of language, using sweet words, making grandiose promises, and at times resorting to subtle threats, all tools in their arsenal to sway others towards their objectives. The signs of manipulation can be subtle. One may notice the manipulator's excessive charm that doesn't feel entirely genuine, or a tendency to exploit sensitive information for their own benefit. As Marcus Aurelius once advised, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. In dealing with manipulators, adopting a stoic demeanor where one does not mirror their tactics but rather maintains a calm and rational posture is essential. Stoicism teaches us not to react impulsively, but to respond with thoughtful, considered actions, preserving our inner peace and ethical boundaries. Consider the story of Emma, a young professional who found herself entangled with a manipulative colleague. This colleague would shower her with praises and promises of support, only to subtly coerce her into taking on additional work that wasn't her responsibility, thereby advancing his own career at her expense. Emma's initial reaction was confusion and self-doubt, common responses among those who deal with manipulators. However, as she became aware of the patterns in his behavior, Emma began to practice Stoic principles. She started setting clear boundaries, communicating her limitations firmly and refusing to be swayed by his flattery. Her approach not only protected her professional integrity but also boosted her self-esteem. The influence of manipulative individuals extends beyond personal discomfort. It can disrupt healthy social interactions and lead to significant psychological stress, sometimes manifesting as anxiety, depression, or a pervasive sense of mistrust. The key to mitigating these effects lies in our capacity to remain vigilant and resilient. Stoicism doesn't merely urge us to endure silently, but to actively engage in safeguarding our autonomy by being proactive in our interactions and decisions. This proactive stance is crucial, not just for personal well-being, but for the health of our broader social networks. In grappling with the challenges posed by manipulators, it's vital to remember Seneca's words, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." This powerful statement encapsulates the Stoic resolve needed to confront and neutralize the influence of manipulative behaviors. By daring to establish and maintain our boundaries, we not only protect ourselves, but also contribute to a more authentic and supportive social environment. So, I ask you, have you ever felt manipulated? How did you recognize the signs? And what strategies did you employ to handle the situation? Your experiences and insights are invaluable, as they not only help in personal healing, but also empower others in our community to recognize and resist manipulative behaviors. As we share our stories, we reinforce the collective wisdom that supports all of us in navigating the intricacies of human relationships with strength and integrity. Let us continue to learn from each other and grow stronger together. 4. The betrayer. In the complex weave of human relationships, trust acts as the thread that binds us together, creating a tapestry of interconnectedness and mutual respect. Yet, there exists a figure all too familiar in its destructive capacity, the betrayer. This individual, often cloaked in the guise of friendship, epitomizes the ultimate violation of trust, choosing opportune moments to exploit vulnerabilities for personal gain. Their actions are a grim echo of the warning from Marcus Aurelius. He who has seen present things has seen all, both everything that has taken place from all eternity and everything that will be for time without end. For all things are of one kin and of one form. This insight reminds us that the nature of betrayal is not new. It is as old as humanity itself, woven into the stories and tragedies of every era. The betrayer does not merely strain the bonds of trust. They sever these ties with a calculated precision that leaves relationships in tatters and individuals in moral disarray. Consider the scenario of a business partner who, driven by greed or desperation, divulges confidential information to a competitor. This betrayal not only jeopardizes the business but also threatens the financial and emotional well-being of all who rely on its success. Such deceit can dismantle the very foundation on which professional and personal relations stand. Stoicism, with its profound understanding of human nature, instructs us not to be shocked by such occurrences, but to be prepared. The philosophy encourages us to fortify our inner citadel, our core of personal integrity and resilience, making it impervious to the external chaos wrought by others' deceit. As Epictetus famously advised, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This perspective is crucial in dealing with betrayal. It urges us to focus on maintaining our composure and integrity, rather than succumbing to the tumult of emotional responses that betrayal can elicit. But how does one build such resilience? It begins with understanding and acceptance that some individuals will choose paths that are misaligned with our values. It involves cultivating a discerning judgment about whom to trust and to what extent. Moreover, it requires the wisdom to recognize the signs of potential betrayal and to act proactively to protect oneself without succumbing to paranoia or cynicism. Stoic wisdom teaches us to appreciate the roles that different individuals play in our lives, accepting that while some are our steadfast supporters, others may teach us through their betrayal. Furthermore, in this modern age where relationships can be complex and multifaceted, applying Stoic principles means maintaining a balance between openness and prudence, engaging in constant reflection, and learning from each experience allows us to navigate future relationships with a more informed and fortified approach. As we encounter and interact with potential betrayers, we must ask ourselves, how can we ensure that our responses uphold our dignity and peace, rather than allowing others' actions to disturb our equilibrium? In embracing these Stoic teachings, we not only shield ourselves against the impact of betrayal, but also cultivate a life of peace and fulfillment, irrespective of others' choices. The question then becomes not whether we will encounter betrayal, but how we will rise above it when we do. Your journey through these trials is not merely about avoiding pain, but about growing in wisdom and resilience. Thank you for watching our video. Remember, every interaction provides an opportunity to reinforce your values and choices. Engage with this content, share your thoughts, and let's continue exploring how Stoic wisdom can guide us in nurturing meaningful and resilient relationships. What steps will you take today to protect your peace and improve your life? Share your strategies and experiences, and let's learn from each other. Keep watching, keep reflecting, and don't forget to like and share this video to help spread the wisdom of Stoicism. 5. The Sycophant. In the landscape of professional and personal relationships, the sycophant is a character as old as time, yet their presence remains profoundly impactful. Known for their excessive flattery, sycophants use praise not as a means to express genuine admiration, but as a strategic tool to curry favor and advance their own agendas. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, offered a stern warning about such individuals, saying, "A sycophant's praise is as dangerous as a foe's arrows." This insight highlights the hidden malice behind the sycophant's sweet words which, while appearing benign, can have pernicious effects. In modern workplaces, the sycophant is often seen nodding along to every idea of a superior, not with the intention to contribute positively to discussions but to solidify their standing or gain undue favor. This behavior doesn't just undermine the principles of merit and fairness. It actively disrupts the natural flow of ideas and the healthy challenge necessary for innovation. By aligning themselves with power, regardless of the merits of the situation, sycophants skew decision-making processes, pushing agendas that may not serve the collective good, but rather their personal interests. The true danger of the sycophant lies in their ability to manipulate those in positions of influence, steering decisions away from objective judgment towards subjective favoritism. This creates an environment where not the best ideas, but the most praised ones, take precedence, stifling true innovation and growth. The consequences of such dynamics are far-reaching, impacting team morale, reducing productivity, and fostering a culture of dishonesty and manipulation. Consider a typical scenario in a corporate setting. A manager might propose a risky yet potentially rewarding project. While most team members are cautiously optimistic, offering balanced viewpoints, a sycophant in the group excessively praises the idea, not to further the discussion but to align themselves with what they perceive as a beneficial stance to their career. Their endorsement is not about the project's potential success, but about being seen to support the manager's view. Navigating this treacherous terrain requires keen observation and emotional intelligence. One must learn to differentiate between genuine praise and strategic flattery. This discernment is crucial, not only for personal development, but also for maintaining the integrity of decision-making processes within any group or organization. How can you, then, ensure that your judgment remains clear and your decisions are not clouded by the deceptive charm of the sycophant? It begins with fostering a culture of sincerity and transparency, where contributions are valued based on their substance rather than their presentation. Moreover, educating oneself and others about the characteristics of sycophantic behavior can empower individuals and leaders to recognize and mitigate its influence. Encouraging open, constructive feedback and promoting a culture where dissenting voices can be heard without fear of repercussion are steps in the right direction. The lessons we learn from dealing with sycophants not only strengthen our resolve, but also enhance our ability to lead with integrity and wisdom. A6. 6. The Procrastinator. In the realm of productivity and effective collaboration, the procrastinator emerges as a subtly disruptive force. While they may not exhibit overtly malicious intent like other challenging personalities, their habitual delays can nonetheless erode the foundational principles of teamwork and efficiency. This character is the living antithesis of the Stoic virtue of using time judiciously, a core tenet poignantly encapsulated by Seneca, who observed, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Procrastinators, by perpetually postponing tasks, not only jeopardize their own productivity but often become the bottleneck for the entire team's progress. The impact of procrastination is far-reaching. It extends beyond simple time management issues to affect the overall morale and cohesion of a group. When one member consistently fails to meet deadlines, it can create a ripple effect. Projects stall, opportunities are lost, and what's more, the additional stress can strain interpersonal relationships within the team. The frustration that arises from such disruptions can lead to a breakdown in team dynamics, and the collective aim of achieving goals efficiently becomes significantly harder. Addressing the challenge posed by procrastinators in any group requires a blend of patience and proactive strategies. It involves setting clear, achievable deadlines and, perhaps most importantly, establishing a culture where accountability is upheld. Regular check-ins and supportive reminders can be beneficial, as can offering assistance or resources to help the procrastinator overcome barriers they may be facing. But beyond these practical steps, there is a need for a fundamental shift in mindset, both individually and collectively. Consider this. Have you ever found your progress impeded by your own procrastination or that of others? How did you respond to these challenges, and what strategies proved effective in maintaining productivity and harmony? These reflections are crucial, not only for personal growth but also for enhancing our interactions and teamwork. Moreover, engaging directly with the procrastinator to understand their perspective and challenges can lead to insights that benefit the entire team. Often, procrastination is not simply a matter of poor time management, but is tied to deeper issues such as fear of failure, overwhelming tasks, or unclear objectives. Addressing these root causes can transform potential delays into drivers of progress. In crafting a response to procrastination, it's also vital to draw upon the Stoic practice of focusing on what we can control. By modeling diligence and offering constructive feedback, we can inspire change not through coercion but through the power of example. As Marcus Aurelius advised, Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. In this spirit, overcoming the challenges posed by procrastination involves embodying the qualities we wish to see in others: diligence, punctuality, and proactive problem-solving. To navigate the pitfalls of procrastination successfully requires more than mere annoyance or passive acceptance. It calls for a proactive, understanding approach that seeks to elevate all members of a team. As we reflect on our experiences with procrastination, both in ourselves and others, how can we better embody the Stoic virtues of wisdom and temperance to not only overcome procrastination, but also to foster an environment of productivity and mutual respect? Share your insights, and let's explore together the transformative power of taking thoughtful, decisive action in our daily lives. 7. The envious. Envy. This small word packs a significant emotional punch and carries a power that can derail the most disciplined among us. In the Stoic view, envy is more than just a negative emotion. It's a profound challenge to our internal tranquility and a barrier to living a fulfilled life. Stoic philosophy teaches us that envy springs from a deep-seated insecurity and a relentless comparison of one's life with that of others. This comparison often leads not only to a loss of joy in one's own achievements and blessings, but also fosters a pervasive sense of inadequacy. Envious individuals typically view others' accomplishments with suspicion or resentment, perceiving every success around them as a personal slight. If you've ever noticed someone's discomfort or critical tone when you shared good news, you've witnessed envy in action. Such behavior can manifest not just in words but in deeds as well. The envious often find ways to diminish or sabotage the achievements of others, unable to find joy in anything but their own success. This can lead to a toxic environment, whether at work, in friendships, or within family dynamics. Stoic wisdom, however, offers a powerful countermeasure. Epictetus, a sage of Stoicism, once advised, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." This poignant guidance encourages us to embrace humility and ignore the scorn that often accompanies personal growth and success. By focusing on self-improvement and celebrating our unique paths, we deflect the negative impact of envy and turn inward, fostering self-acceptance and contentment with our own lives. This approach doesn't just mitigate the effects of envy, it enriches our lives, allowing us to appreciate our own achievements without the overshadow of comparison. As we learn to be content with appearing foolish or stupid in the eyes of others, we open ourselves to true growth, which is often born from overcoming the challenges and criticisms that others might levy against us. This journey of embracing our flaws and criticisms as stepping stones to greater heights offers profound personal growth and satisfaction. Each experience, each perceived failure due to others' envy, becomes a lesson in discovering and tapping into our true potential. Through such trials, we don't just overcome envy, we transcend our limitations, crafting a life marked by peace and fulfillment, untethered by the need for external validation. Now reflect on Epictetus's words. How do you interpret his teachings in your life? Have you ever turned a blind eye to criticism and found personal success on the other side? Engage with this content, share your stories, and let's delve deeper into how Stoic principles can help us not only counteract envy, but elevate our lives beyond it. Your insights are invaluable as we explore together how to transform envy from a stumbling block into a stepping stone for personal triumph. 8. The Flatterer. In the complex tapestry of human relationships, flatterers stand out as master manipulators. They artfully wield praise like a craftsman uses tools, not to build, but to beguile. Their compliments, while seemingly sweet, often harbor ulterior motives, securing favor for personal gain rather than genuine appreciation. Flatterers typically excel at reading people, pinpointing vulnerabilities, and exploiting them by offering the exact words someone wants to hear. But how can you tell genuine praise from flattery? and why should you remain cautious? Flattery, at its core, is a deception crafted to benefit the flatterer, not the flattered. It's a strategic play, often observed in settings like the workplace, where one might overly praise a superior. Such praise is calculated and executed with precision, every compliment serving a dual purpose: to ingratiate themselves with authority and to mask their own deficiencies. When the facade of flattery fades, the reality of its emptiness becomes apparent, often leaving a wake of inequality and resentment among those who choose integrity over ingratiation. The consequences of falling for flatterers' charms can be severe, impacting not just personal self-esteem, but the morale of an entire group. As praise is revealed to be part of a self-serving agenda, it can lead to a distorted sense of reality. Thus, the key to dealing with flatterers lies in vigilance and discernment. It's essential to scrutinize the intent behind the praise. Is it reflective of true merit, or is it a tool being used to manipulate? Sincere individuals stand apart because their actions align with their words. They do what they say, thereby earning trust and respect through consistency and reliability. Share your story, and let's discuss strategies to distinguish between heartfelt compliments and strategic flattery. Navigating the realm of flattery requires more than just awareness. It demands a return to sincerity and substance over superficiality and sycophancy. By favoring honest interactions and valuing actions over words, we can foster environments where genuine achievements are recognized and integrity is celebrated. Now, as we consider our own responses to flattery, we might ask ourselves, how do we ensure that our appreciation of others is always genuine and free from hidden agendas? As followers of Stoic philosophy seek understanding and tranquility in a world rife with distortion and misunderstanding, it becomes clear why those who indulge in gossip and deceit do not merit our trust or respect. Thank you for watching our video. Lastly, reflect on the lessons Stoicism teaches us about human interactions. How can we apply these deep insights to not only build better social relationships, but also a more meaningful life? Your experiences and deep understanding are invaluable. Please share them, engage with this content, and continue exploring how genuine, profound relationships can transform not just moments but entire lives. 9. The Gossip Monger. In the intricate dance of human relationships, the gossip monger plays a particularly discordant tune. This character thrives on the currency of rumors and unverified chatter, a practice starkly at odds with Stoic philosophy, which values truth and discretion above all. The gossip monger is adept at weaving into the fabric of our lives, extracting bits of private information only to broadcast them into the public domain without a second thought for accuracy or harm. This behavior not only squanders precious time and energy, but also cultivates a toxic environment, undermining trust and corroding the bonds that hold people together. Within a large organization, for example, a rumor about a colleague secretly leading a major project can create an undercurrent of suspicion and resentment. This not only strains interpersonal relationships, but also stymies open communication, leading to a secretive, guarded atmosphere that hampers collective efforts and diminishes workplace morale. The damage wrought by gossip can be profound. It breeds an environment of doubt and defensiveness, where people are more concerned with protecting their backs than moving forward together. The question then arises, how can we navigate such waters? First, it's essential to maintain vigilance over the information we share and consume. Upholding the highest ethical standards, refraining from engaging in or encouraging gossip is a primary step. If we encounter someone spreading rumors, addressing the issue directly, politely yet firmly, can help emphasize the importance of trust and factual integrity. Epictetus once said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." This quote is particularly relevant in the context of gossip. Choosing not to partake in baseless speculation, even at the risk of seeming out of the loop or uninformed, is a mark of true wisdom and integrity. It reflects a deep understanding that true respect and trust are built on honesty and transparency, not on the shaky ground of rumors. By committing to these principles, we foster not just a safer and more peaceful environment, but also one where genuine respect and trust can flourish. We, the builders of trust. Or do we erode it through careless words? Reflect on this. Share your thoughts. And let us together strive for a community where integrity is the norm and gossip finds no fertile ground to grow. How can you personally contribute to creating such an environment? Your actions and decisions have the power to transform not only your immediate circle, but also the broader community. Let's embody the Stoic ideal and make respect and trust our guiding principles. 10. The victim. In the Stoic view, individuals who adopt the persona of the victim often attribute their challenges to external circumstances or the actions of others. They see themselves perennially subjected to unfair treatment, which leads them to seek sympathy rather than solutions. This mindset fosters a contagious negativity that not only hampers their own ability to face adversities, but also spreads gloom among those they interact with. Take, for example, the story of Anna, a marketing professional who perceives herself as undervalued and sidelined. Rather than confronting the issue or seeking constructive feedback, Anna dwells on her grievances, sharing them with anyone willing to listen. She recounts instances where she felt ignored during meetings or bypassed for important projects, convinced that her colleagues harbor bias against her. This behavior not only strains her relationships, but also creates a toxic work environment leading to increased isolation and dissatisfaction, further entrenching her in victimhood. According to Stoic philosophy, one clear marker of a victim mentality is the relentless justification of one's circumstances without any effort to alter them. Stoicism teaches that our true power lies not in altering our circumstances, but in transforming our perceptions and reactions. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, eloquently captured this when he said, "We suffer not from the events in our lives, but from our judgments about them." This perspective encourages us to shift our focus from external validation to internal resilience, emphasizing that we control our responses to life's challenges. The practical Stoic approach involves recognizing and distancing oneself from those who embody the victim mentality. This is not only a crucial step in safeguarding one's mental peace, but also in fostering a resilient and proactive outlook. By understanding and avoiding the pitfalls of victimhood, we can enhance our personal freedom and cultivate a life of genuine fulfillment and independence. Stoicism isn't just about enduring life's storms. It's about steering your ship with wisdom and foresight. In today's world, where interactions can often be superficial or transactional, adopting a Stoic approach means evaluating our relationships based on transparency and mutual respect. It's crucial to be wary of those who consistently play the victim, as they may inadvertently lead us into a cycle of negativity and passivity. As we continue to explore the various characters that we should be cautious of, remember the words of Marcus Aurelius. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This enduring piece of Stoic wisdom encapsulates the essence of personal empowerment. By focusing on our internal responses rather than external triggers, we not only uphold our dignity and self-respect, but also contribute to a healthier, more supportive community. Next, let us examine why judgmental individuals do not deserve your trust and respect, further enhancing our understanding of Stoic principles in maintaining meaningful relationships. 11. The judgmental. Consider Kevin, a colleague who consistently feels that his efforts go unrecognized. He sees himself as undervalued and underappreciated, a sentiment he expresses by avoiding challenging projects and skipping opportunities to develop new skills. Instead, Kevin spends much of his time sharing his grievances with coworkers, creating a somber mood that dampens the entire team's morale. His story illustrates a crucial lesson from Stoic philosophy: the importance of taking responsibility for our actions and attitudes rather than blaming external circumstances. Marcus Aurelius, a wise Stoic philosopher, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote highlights the core Stoic belief in focusing on what we can control, our responses, and our attitudes. By recognizing the behaviors of judgmental individuals like Kevin, and choosing not to let them impact our emotional well-being, we empower ourselves to maintain a positive and proactive outlook. Now think about this. Do you want the unjust complaints and negativity of others to overshadow your capacity to lead a fulfilling life? Reflecting on this question can help you decide how to interact with judgmental people in your life. It's about more than just enduring their presence. It's about actively choosing not to let their perspective dictate your happiness. As we navigate our relationships, Stoicism teaches us to value honesty and personal freedom, and to assess others fairly and without bias. Embracing these principles can help us manage our interactions more wisely, ensuring that we surround ourselves with supportive and positive individuals. As you continue with your day, consider the impact of the people in your life. Are they enriching your journey or are they detracting from it? Your reflections and decisions can profoundly shape your life's path, leading to true freedom and inner peace. 12. The fair-weathered friend. In our journey through life, we encounter a myriad of personalities, some of whom enrich our lives while others teach us valuable lessons about trust and loyalty. Among these, the fair-weathered friend is a type you'll likely recognize. Stoic philosophy, a beacon of practical wisdom, sheds light on these transient relationships. A fair-weathered friend only appears when the circumstances are beneficial to them. They display a delightful and engaging demeanor, but this is often contingent on what they stand to gain from you. To truly understand who deserves your trust, observe how these individuals react when you are in need or when you have nothing to offer. Their response, or lack thereof, will reveal their true nature. Dealing with such individuals requires a Stoic discernment. Setting clear boundaries is essential. It's crucial not to let your need for companionship allow you to be exploited. Remember, knowing your worth and fostering stable, reliable connections safeguard both your emotions and your peace of mind. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "Choose as a guide one whom you will admire more when you see him act than when you hear him speak." This timeless advice reminds us that actions speak louder than words, urging us to look beyond superficial charm and assess the genuine sincerity and loyalty of those we choose to let into our lives. The attraction to charismatic and sociable personalities is natural, but as followers of Stoicism, we must learn to judge our acquaintances based on their deeds rather than their declarations. This discernment is crucial as it helps us to cultivate relationships that are not only fulfilling, but also enduring. As we navigate our social landscapes, it's also important to recognize that we will encounter individuals driven by envy. These individuals often view others' successes through a lens of jealousy, harboring bitterness instead of happiness for others' achievements. But why do they feel this way, and how can we, as Stoics, face and overcome the emotional turmoil they may cause? The answer lies in maintaining our inner calm and adhering to our virtues, focusing on our own path and not allowing the negative emotions of others to disturb our tranquility. As we conclude today's exploration of the types of people who do not deserve your trust and respect, remember that applying Stoic principles can significantly enhance our sensitivity to the intentions of those around us. From the cheater to the jealous, understanding these personalities is crucial for protecting our spirit and fostering a healthier mental environment. We've delved into the shadows of society, identifying those who may hinder rather than help our journey toward personal growth and peace. Now, I encourage you to reflect on your own experiences and relationships. Have you encountered any of these types in your life? How have you dealt with them? And what changes might you consider to strengthen your resilience? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments below. Your insights enrich our community and help spread the wisdom of Stoicism. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video to extend the reach of these vital lessons. Subscribe to Stoic in Your Life to stay updated with our latest content, and join us as we continue to uncover ways to lead a more meaningful and peaceful life. Thank you for being part of our journey to spiritual freedom. See you in the next video. See you in the